So another vendor has been caught on camera in a video that's now gone viral, relieving herself in public. What really go on, man? I have 3 questions I think we need to answer about this whole incident. Thank you so much for joining me. Stay tuned. So we've now seen this video of a vendor urinating into a container near the Charles Garden Market in Montego Bay, and it's triggered a whole heap of people, you know, because it's just about a year ago that the crab circle issue happened. That was when a video went viral showing a female vendor defecating behind the counter at the crab circle facility. And I have to tell you, I remember when that video first came out and I saw it, somebody showed me and I said, no, sir, not no, sir. I honestly didn't think it was real. I thought it was some kind of prank. So when the authorities started speaking out and it started to get traction, I was like, what? That happened? That was real? Anyway, back to the Montego Bay situation. So the St. James Parish Council held a press conference. They said the vendor is facing charges, and the mayor of Montego Bay, Richard Vernon, he made a point of saying that the incident didn't happen in the market itself, that the vendor was selling along the roadway. And I can tell you from my years in Montego Bay that yes, you have the market and you have a whole heap of people who sell outside the market. Now, he said the market has bathrooms that are in good condition, and he said they have a safe food program and that vendors who sell in the market have to be certified. But as I said, I think there are 3 big questions coming out of all of this. Question 1 for me, why are these incidents happening at all? Again, go back to Crab Circle and remember what happened there. So the video started to spread, people were outraged, then, the facilities were shut down by the authorities. The explanation in that case, by the way, is that the vendor had diarrhea, that she was taken short. She couldn't get to one of the houses nearby to try to use the bathroom, and that's what happened. So the authorities shut down the place, them deep cleaned, they built bathrooms, and they reopened. Bear in mind that what came out is that there were no toilets at the facility. This was a place, big food establishment in full view of everybody, recommended by an international travel vlogger, and there were no bathrooms there. What we were told is that vendors had arrangements with people in the community to use their bathrooms. Now that's all well and good, but it can't be that a city-approved establishment is operating on that basis without toilets. Anyway, they ended up building the toilets, having told us that they couldn't build toilets, but toilets were built. So, as I said, in the Montego Bay situation, the mayor has said there were toilets, so that wasn't an issue. So what are we talking about here? Why would somebody selling food think it's okay to do what she did? And does she have some kind of medical problem? The Gleaner reports that she had a food handler's permit. It expired in 2021, but the point is she had got a permit, which means she must have been exposed to at least the basics of food hygiene. And I cannot think of a reason that would explain that. Can you? What do you think? Don't care, ignorance, lack of education, what explains that? So, want to hear your thoughts on that? Comment below. And that brings me to question number 2. Are we being biased in criticizing this particular vendor? And I'll tell you what I mean. A friend sent me this message. She said, "I don't like how the public is happily shaming women about bathroom behavior when man a pee a roadside morning, noon or night. That being said, until sanitary conveniences are sanitary or convenient, she, like the man, they must wash their hands when things are done." And I think that's a really interesting point, and I want to know what you think. Are we biased? Is there a double standard here when we look at how men operate and how women operate? Is it that people think this was especially disgusting because she was a woman, because she was peeing into a container? Because I can tell you, I think it's pretty disgusting sometimes if I walk into a park or walk down a road and you're hit with the stench of urine. And men just do them thing anywhere. All right. Okay. Some men. Plenty times I've had to hold it if there's no bathroom around, but men don't, Them find a wall, them find the corner of a building outside, them just do them thing. And we don't talk about it. Why not? In February 2023, the Observer reported on what they call a peeing problem in the same Charles Garden Market in Montego Bay. The story said a combination of urine and cleaning fluids has eaten away at almost 35 columns that hold up the roof of the heavily used Charles Gordon Market in Montego Bay. The columns will need to be repaired before a new roof can be installed as part of a wider $100 million refurbishing project. I don't even know if I want to think about how much pee has to be deposited at these columns. 35, let me say 35, almost 35 columns, along with the cleaning fluid, of course, for them to be eaten away and damaging the infrastructure. And I'm willing to bet that a whole heap of that peeing was done by men. But again, we don't talk about this, which brings me to question number 3. Why don't we have more public bathrooms? So again, as I said, Crab Circle didn't have any initially. They have now. The mayor of Montego Bay says the market has public bathrooms. And I know some municipal corporations have been working on this issue. In 2022, former mayor of Montego Bay, Delroy Williams, had announced that public bathrooms were being renovated across the city. But the reality is that we don't have enough decent public bathrooms in Jamaica. Generally, individual stores oftentimes don't provide public bathrooms. I mean, ask for a bathroom, sometimes you will get one, sometimes they'll take you to one, sometimes people will look at you as if you shouldn't be asking, and you might end up in somewhere that looks like a broom closet. All right, that has happened to me, yeah. And I know I've had to argue and beg people in a store to make me use a bathroom. Yes, beg. I remember as well once when one of my children was small and wanted to use a bathroom. Again, I had to be arguing with the people them in a supermarket, you know. They might try to tell me, say, there were no bathrooms available for the public. Big supermarket. Give me a break. Granted, that was quite a few years ago. I can tell you for a fact, though, in many places, you still don't see an easily accessible, you know, public bathroom with a sign, so you can just go use the bathroom. You don't have to hunt down somebody and have the embarrassment of having to, you know, tell your business. And if you're upon haste and you need to use the bathroom fast, dog name your supper in a lot of the cases. The Gleaner in 2019 had written an editorial about the fact that we don't have enough public bathrooms. And they spoke about this famous travel guide series called From Us and what From Us said about public toilets in Jamaica. So I went to check the website. This is what the website says. This is what From Us says. Don't expect to find convenient toilets if you're traveling around Jamaica. If you're in need, you may have to do as the locals do and take to the bush. Even in built-up resort areas, public toilets are not always available and cleanliness can be an issue. In resorts, toilets are found in hotel lobbies, bars, restaurants, museums, department stores, bus stations, service stations, and at the airport. Fast food restaurants generally have clean facilities. Toilets in restaurants and bars in some resorts may be reserved for patrons. Whoa. All right, so somebody is going to come and say how we're going to pay for it, which is a reasonable question. Except, though, we need to expect better as taxpayers, you know. There are some things that should be basic in terms of what we expect and what we have access to, and public toilets should be one of them. Having said that, I also don't think that this is a problem that can be solved. We must can figure out a way, one, to provide public toilets, and two, to insist that establishments that do business with the public provide toilets that are convenient and that are accessible and, like I said, that are signed. This should not be an issue for us. So, like many things in Jamaica, have we improved over the years? I'd have to say yes, but we need to do a whole lot better on this. Do you have any experiences in which you've tried to use a public toilet or you've needed to use a toilet in public and you've had problems? Share in the comments below. No? Let's continue the conversation. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Dion. I'll see you next time.